Mayank. Uh, I'm the community manager of TEZolutions, and the founder's hot seat is an entirely new idea and a new concept that I've come up with. So, in this, what we are doing is we are calling one early stage startup founder, and he comes up with only one particular problem of his that is solvable within 30 days. Okay. Now we will, in this case, Rajesh is sitting at the hot seat. You can sit on this one. Okay.
You can sit on the hot seat.
Yeah, that's the hot seat with the back.
You can make
And
it
just-
hot seat.
And also, you have to be seen in the camera.
Am I blocking it?
No. Okay. So in this case, it is Rajesh who is at the hot seat, and he has one specific problem which we have to solve in 30 days. We'll come up with a strategy, okay, based on his capabilities, resources, and money that he has. Now, this 30 days solution, we'll break it down into 4 weekly milestones, which I will monitor myself on a regular basis. And I wanted to ask you all of this, if we can also create a WhatsApp group where he can put up, where we can follow up, and he can also put his queries and questions or any help that he requires, if we can help him out there. Okay, this will be for the 30 days uh, period of time, or let's say 5-10 days grace period, how much ever time it takes. Now, so you have the agenda. So for yes, now Mili is here from Resolutions side as well as I am. She is heading brand strategy and startup relations at Resolutions, and I'm the community manager. We'll start off with introductions. First, I'll ask Mr. Rajesh to go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Rajesh. I was primarily my main experience is with public health, where I was being part with governmental agencies and UN agencies. So my last job is ended on last Friday itself with UNICEF Delhi office. So now I was moving on to the next phase where I want to work primarily on, as of now, which is a fragmented like a wood based oils or something which organic which has been catching up. Where I want a partnership with the farmers so that we can do the valuation. So this is how I was planning to move on to the country.
Okay.
Okay, so
Rajesh.
Sorry?
he's Rajesh.
Rajesh, yeah.
And you have notepads and pens if you want to write down anything. Probably when the ideas come up, you can just pen it down. Okay, Mr. Sravan, you can go ahead with your introduction.
So I'm a data scientist by profession, worked in US for some time, and I'm a passed out of test program in 2017. Once I passed out, I tried out to set up something in Hyderabad. I didn't find the ecosystem, didn't find the energy or other people who can support me here. I ran away to Bangalore. So after 8 years, I came back. Since through ISB, I was doing some program. I came back, and I'm planning to set up permanently something in Hyderabad. So I'm into logistics. I've been an investor. I've been an early stage investor in the early payment company called Omega Pay, which was similar to Bharati and HomePay. I've been an investor in a community called Startups Club and a couple of other startups. And then I was co-founder into logistics, a company in Bangalore. And then I started my own in the core logistic operations. Now I'm shifting that to a AI model. What are the problems I have identified over the period of the last mile logistics. I'm building a solution in the last mile using an AI. So that's it.
Okay. Would you like to go ahead with yours?
Yeah, I'm Shilpi. I run a consumer brand by the name FittR. Have been doing it for last 6 years. We do millet-based snacks and Year and a half back, we also ventured into nutraceuticals, health supplements. I have been doing D2C, Amazon, Flipkart marketplaces, and offline in um, Hyderabad and few other cities like Vijayawada and all, and then Bangalore also we started. About my background, have been in corporate for 15 years, worked in different sectors, starting with oil and gas, then moved into environmental consulting, and later into I basically did my undergrad. I'm an engineer from IIT Roorkee in civil engineering. Then did my masters in environmental, and later I did my MBA from ISB.
Yeah.
So
Masters in environmental
environment
what?
engineering. So I did 8-9 years of environmental consulting work. Then did my MBA. Then worked with NCC, but that was more on the management side. And then Apollo Health also.
Management of what?
Um,
Entire operations or?
So it was a process improvement role, business process improvement, but I did work in different functions, like bit of it in finance, bit of it in investor relations, and then improving the some of the functions inside, like ops inside. And in Apollo Health also, I was working with the CEO of the Apollo Health segment, which is not Apollo Hospitals. It is your clinics and
Apollo has a lot of
yeah, a lot of subsidiaries. So
verticals,
this is one of the companies. And then I worked in a handloom startup with a friend. Worked with them for a year. We were thinking of, launched a few weaver clusters like Banaras. Then we did Kanchi cluster, and then we also did something in Rajasthan area and Kota cluster. And then I came up with the idea of food venture, and that's how FittR was launched. So have been working for last 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
How old is this brand?
So we have been in the market for 5 years now. We started pre-COVID. Then, like we started in, I think November 2019, and 2020 is when COVID hit. So 1 year we were like almost on a back burner, and then we had some stock. Anyways, those are all part of the business. And then we decided we'll get into the online space and work with Amazon, Flipkart marketplaces and all, and then the
So
journey
also on
started.
quick commerce.
No, I was on Big Basket, but now we are not with Big Basket because they also moved into a quick commerce kind of format.
Correct.
So they kind of leaned their SKUs, and then they removed the, because obviously a new brand will not have the same traction as the legacy brands.
They'll bite into your profit margins as well. So
Yeah, that anyways. Yeah. So that's, I
Okay.
think.
Mili, you can also give your introduction.
So I have an overall 25 plus years of experience. 10, 12 odd will be in, as a career jobs. Post that for the last 12 years, 2013, say we had 12 years, I've been associated with the startup ecosystem, primarily out of Hyderabad. Um, I mentor a lot of startups on their brand building, marketing, and their business strategy. Um, Starbuzz is one of that. Starbuzz.ai, they are an influencer marketing platform. So that's why they connect creators to brands and brands to creators and so on and so forth. Um, I have been associated with THUB for the last 7 years. Again, various programs and so on and so forth. I have ventured into also speaking to and make doing workshops with college students on entrepreneurship, and then of course beyond that. Yeah, so SDG is one of the things which I built a curriculum again,
Nice.
co-curriculum you can say, with the Srinidhi University. So they wanted the base to be sustainability.
Yeah.
What we did was the entire program on all the um, uh, the streams that they had to offer. We had to incorporate sustainability within that. So that's what I helped them with creating that curriculum. Yeah, that's about me.
Nice.
We'll move on to the problem statement that Rajesh has. If you can just give us your problem statement.
So maybe I was moving to the next line is for problem mitigation, where the main problem which I found it because where my wife she's been working on this since last 6 months, but where I couldn't give much time. But in the last 2 months, where I started slowly making move into her, where I was based in Vijayawada, not in Hyderabad. But what I was seeing, especially when it comes where when I was in Delhi, I used to consume it from e-commerce sites where we have this animation or Tata, whatever it may be coming with cold pressed oils. But in places like Vijayawada and especially offline market, where we have this type 3, type 4 cities and towns, where we have a huge amount of adulteration and mislabeling of oils.
Mislabeling.
Yes. And second thing which I found it besides adulteration, like where there are small shop owners where they have been doing it, but they have one or two units which they run different sets of seeds which have the two or three kinds of seed smells and taste. So this is one thing which I've been finding, which I've found it. And third, of course, when we are going for any offline sites where we get a product which is having around 9 months to 12 months. The reason why I'm calling it a
Life cycle.
life cycle. The reason why is that adulteration is the biggest problem, where they mix two or three oils, which don't gel easily, and they mix water related, mix 50 ml to 100 ml of water per 1 kg of seeds, whereas bigger company or production houses they use only the seeds with the press. So there is nothing called an adulteration, which is increasing the shelf life. That's one thing. And fourth issue which I found is on the consumer education and brand trust, where when I met a couple of owners who has been doing it, a mill owners, where they use a two or three, and what the problem which they have been facing is that they couldn't educate the consumers. Even though nowadays, like the market shift which has happened around 20 years from hydrogenated oils to this refined, from now refined, it is going slowly coming into the wood pressed. So their consumer education, which is a primary thing which has been absent right now, where when I met around close to 40 to 50 people who are not associated with my spouse business, where they want some kind of education as well as the product which is of the highest purity. So that is one thing which we have the issue. And next we have fifth issue which I came up with high production cost and prices, because the small vendors who really depend on the wholesale market for procuring the seeds, but the seed which is coming is having a lot of issues like expired or something is a old stock which is having a fungus related adulteration, and they are not getting an consistent quality. So these are the issues which I found it when I've been doing. So I want to overcome with going with a third party protection, which I was in part of a discussion with a couple of vendors from Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, and Andhra. It's not much. So there is a systemic shift in the regional wise. Like if it is Vijayawada, we have something called groundnut, which is a major one, and the seasonal summer they go for the gingerly. And if it go towards this Rajahmundry or Vishakhapatnam, they use gingerly or sesame. So if you go down towards this Rayalaseema, they use the groundnut. So like this, we have a systemic shift which has been found in the last 2 months. So by looking at these parameters, not only looking at the offline, I want to present in the omni channel also, which going it forwards, having it on one website as well as where we can give a subscription where, for example, father and mother who is based in the village and son are based in the cities or towns, where if they want to have some kind of subscription something where they can sell it to their where we can give the transportation to the villages. So this is what I found it.
So I want just one problem for today's session that you want us to make a strategy and
Yeah.
find a solution for. Only give me one.
One is
Probably your toughest challenge.
which I found is an adulteration and consumer education. These are the two things.
So I believe you have found the solution to adulteration.
Yes.
That part is clear. So we we can eliminate that, and we'll move on to
Next, there's a consumer education.
consumer education, right? Now, what are the challenges that you're facing in consumer education?
The primary challenge is creating an awareness between chemically processed and non-chemical processed.
And the outcome that you want to reach is
Uh,
within 30 days, what is the outcome that you want to reach?
my outcome, this I want to keep it aside, and I want to go with the basic market research into the much depth to understand the consumer much better. It's
In,
not just in 30-40 stage. I want to have a larger audience.
okay, so in-depth market research,
Yeah.
in bulk, I would say.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, bulk and the you said one other. We can. I'll give this as one
Yes.
because I think this will be an ongoing process and to understand your customer better, right?
Yes.
Okay. Apart from this, we'll move on to consumer awareness as well as a next step.
Yes.
How much of the consumer or which area or which market do you want the people to be aware? I am speaking in terms of, let's say, tier 1 market, tier 2 market, or tier 3 market, and you want them to know the difference and pros and cons of having a adulterated oil versus having a pure oil. That is the awareness that you want to bring.
Yes.
Correct? Now, ma'am, you have some experience in bringing out not new, I would say, but healthier snacks to people. And I believe even that must have required a certain level of customer awareness to be done,
Yeah.
right? And the market research to understand your customer, right?
Yeah.
And so, do you have overall? You must have an overall understanding of how do you understand your customer to the point and what he needs, what doesn't, what does he not need, what does he want to hear, what does he not want to hear. Since you have done couple of startups, so we can start with you, and then we'll move on to her. You can talk about the first point as of now to what he can do.
See, I'm thinking as a consumer,
Yeah.
right? I'm a guy from tier 2 city, right? Living in a metro slum, traveled across. Off lately, this is true. Off lately, I'm feeling that my wife is saying, let's go with a cold press oil. So she saw it somewhere. Now, as a consumer, in 30 seconds, how do you educate it? I don't have more than 30 seconds
Yes.
in my life for you. So how do you educate in 30 seconds?
We need to tell the difference between what is how the present oils which you are buying it is going through the extraction process. That's the chemical extraction.
If, how do
Yeah.
you, because that is a rocket science for me. Right? So is there, I mean, this is an idea
You're
I
asking
got.
for the 30-second pitch to
Yes.
you, right?
Is there any scientifically way we can, for example, I saw a video in honey, right? You put it in water and the way it gets spread and the color it gets
Yeah.
changed. You can say that authenticity of the honey and all that. Right? If it's
Yes.
the mass is more, it goes like
Bottom, yeah.
or hits the bottom. Is there any way you can prove that this
Yeah.
particular oil of yours? So I think if you can track that to explain the difference, some kind of a scientific tool or some kind of a experimental which you can show. I think in 30 seconds, I would definitely be convinced.
Hmm.
One, second, I think rather than going second point, that is my go on like how do you educate
Yeah,
yourself.
please go ahead. No, nothing.
Right? Going for a bigger market, right? You should be a premium product. You should be a premium because your resources will be very limited.
Limited.
You should be a very premium product. Your ticket cost will be very high. Should be very because you are proving that you are very authentic, deep pressed oil. Because if you go Google the cold press oils in Gachibowli, you will find 20 of them.
Yeah.
Right? How do you compete with all this? For going beyond all the local markets and proving a brand, you should prove that your product is really really authenticated. How you have to educate me? How can I test it? I go by the corner street, like 1 liter of like whatever the oil is. Like how should I come home and test with simple test at
Yeah.
home that if it's authentic or not?
So maybe for a first question, the answer is that we have some home methods where we can test it. Like if you buy coconut oil, if you put it in the refrigerator, it will get solidified. If it has been mixed or adulterated with other like using a palm oil, which is having very less amount of where to get it solidified, it needs to go into the mainstream phase.
No, whatever it is.
Yeah.
My suggestion is you educate me. You assume that a consumer who is like I'm
Yeah.
trying to be very pale, right? You educate me within 30. If you can educate me and make me feel guilty of what I'm using, what I'm eating all through my
Right.
life is a worst food, then you are fine. Yes.
Right.
You have
Yeah.
something to add?
So, Rajesh, first
Please.
I didn't get the background. You are already in the market, like you have already sold the
Yes.
product to some people. Has it been done?
Yes, my spouse, she has done it.
Okay. So, like, how many units have you sold till now?
She used to make around on an average 400 to 500 liters per month.
Okay. And last 6 months she has
She is
been
able
doing.
to
And how
consistently.
many SKUs you have?
She has got only two SKUs,
Okay. What
groundnut
are
and
the-
coconut.
Okay. And right now you are sourcing from
I'm sourcing it from Karnataka
okay.
and some parts of Tamil Nadu.
Groundnut and coconut.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, so I also want to understand why consumer awareness, like, uh, does the feedback came from the customers? Like when you were trying to tell them, they
Yes.
are saying that why should we buy it? Is the I mean, why are you thinking of consumer awareness? I want to understand what is the
Yeah.
reason behind it.
Because I met two types of consumers.
Hmm.
One going to the mill where the customer who comes, who is having some kind of awareness,
Hmm.
who buys the product directly from the.
So that is your bulk customer, wholesale.
Yes.
Like they are purchasing in wholesale or
It's not. It's a retail based.
okay.
Second customer which I interacted is already they are using the refined
Hmm.
and they don't have any market alternatives.
Hmm.
Even if I look into especially type 2 or type 3,
Hmm.
maybe when we are sitting in a tier 1 city like in Hyderabad, we got too many options, especially with an e-commerce or quick commerce, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But when it goes to the type 2 or type 3,
Hmm.
and I have an experience like if I want that product, I was not able to get it. Like especially during the pickle season, especially during the summer seasons.
Hmm.
What I found it when I was interacting with some people,
Hmm.
where they have been saying that they couldn't get ginger oil, which has been specially used,
For the pickles.
Pickles.
Yeah.
and mustard oil,
Hmm.
because
But
mustard
you still find in e-commerce, no?
they are find it, but they are not that much of awareness to get it from the e-commerce. They are expected to be easily accessible to
So
in
what
there,
is your target audience?
but that I didn't want that much level.
Yeah, but we need to understand
Yeah.
what is your target audience. Because you are saying the people are not so aware that they can purchase it
Yes.
from e-commerce. So how digitally savvy they are? Because the
Okay.
tools of education also will change based on your target audience.
Right.
If you are looking at a consumer who is very digitally savvy, then you can do social media education awareness
Yes.
programs like build reels on creating awareness on why the oil is superior, why you should
Okay.
use a cold press oil and not use your refined oil or processed
Okay.
oil. And then you can highlight the benefits which Shravan was also saying.
Yeah.
That, like maybe the boiling point is higher,
Yes.
or, your processed one has some, I think, chlorinated or something will be there. No, some
Hexane,
chemical.
they use the defogging,
Yeah, yeah. So all those chemicals will
deodorization,
not be there in
they use
this.
it.
And probably if you are sourcing organic seeds, then you can talk about
Yes.
that they are made from organic seeds. You can even go for
Yes.
certification if you are looking at premium,
Yeah.
selling it at a premium price point. So I think one is the social media or digital content that you can do.
Yeah.
Initially, you can do content on your own, and then probably you can invite some guests like nutritionist or
Sure.
somebody. So that is one way, but then you need to understand whether your consumer is using that kind of content or not, consuming that kind of content. Second, if you're talking about consumers who are going to the mill and purchasing, so I'm assuming, so nowadays, like you said, no, even a retail store will have a oil ghani,
Yes.
where they will make the oil and sell it.
They-
So first, I feel the consumer who's coming and buying, they know, and that's why they are purchasing. If you want to generally, maybe in the generally a trade retail store will have a catchment area. So if let's say 20% of that catchment area people are buying, or whatever footfalls are there, 20% are buying, you want to capture the other 80%. Probably you can have a person there, a promoter there talking about your oil. You can have some display, kiosk or display poster. Then you will have to do it, I think, at the point of sale if your consumer is like that. And I think other than that, there are ways, exhibitions you can go, create awareness there, host some event, like a small event in that community. If it's a society or something, you can do a small event there, create awareness. I think those is what I can think
So,
of.
first point that you said is that you need to identify the target audience. Now, the people that your wife is selling these products to, right? And she's selling it retail, correct? Now, who are those buyers? What is their age group? What is either male, female? Just give us a categorization of that, of those people who purchase.
So primarily she do within known relatives and friends,
Okay.
and whoever who is been getting from her. The difference which when I was been telling about the local store which is having their own mill, but the problem is that as soon as they get the product, milled it and given in the bottle or pouch,
Yeah.
the problem is that they don't use some kind of sedimentation, because the solid particle which has been available when you are frying it, you will have the blackness settled at the bottom of the frying pan. So that is one.
Yeah, I'm not talking. We're not getting into the product here.
Yeah.
Okay, we are right now
Hmm.
on the topic of your target audience.
Okay.
I think that is very important because all your communication, your packaging, your branding, everything is dependent on who your target audience.
Yeah. Also, you want to understand your customer. You want to have the
Right.
consumer awareness. So the first step that you have to take is identify the people who will purchase this. Now, since you're already selling it, which is why I asked,
So
who are those people?
she primarily targets mostly housewives and her friends, which is in the bracket of around 25 to 40 range.
Okay. And are they advised to purchase this by their elderly people who are at their home, or do the people, the housewives, they themselves have this knowledge that this is a good oil, whereas what I purchase in these shops is not
Yeah.
good?
So when they have some kind of meeting or something, like every week they usually have the apartment meetings. She explained it what is the difference between using an chemically processed and non-chemical processed or wood
Okay.
processed.
She's explaining the process.
Yes.
Okay.
Second, initially what she does is that she discounts the first bottle when she's selling it, so that they can understand the. She discounts the bottle, first bottle or first product which she is giving, so that they can understand the difference between what they are consuming right now and what she is getting. So that is how she is getting a good number of customers. That's what I personally believe. And the third point which she do is that when any referral is coming out, so if someone is telling, then whoever is topping up chart, like if
Understood. I got it.
I'm giving you around 10 referrals, so what she does is that she reduces the price to the one person who is given a 10 referrals.
I refer these three people, then you'll give me a discount.
So
Are
this is
you
how.
getting
So
repeat
referral
orders?
discount,
Yes, we have good attrition.
Good repeat rate.
Good rate.
average 80%, 70%.
58% I was able to manage.
Because you are why I
But
asked this, you are saying that you're giving some discount on the first bottle and she is explaining the
Yes.
benefit. So if the customer is coming back, then probably they are feeling it is a good product
yeah.
and then
repeat customers is generally a very good sign
Hmm.
to have.
So we got, that is what I found it around 58% she was able to get it.
Okay. So now
That's all.
housewives is one target audience. Any other target audience that you feel
Even purchasing oil not only influence, decision influence has been not by housewives, it's mostly by the males.
mostly by men?
Yes.
And age category again 40, 30 to
Yeah.
40 or 50. So
and working
I
as a
was
housewife. So in terms of income bracket, you have any idea?
They're having around 50,000 to 1 lakh
per
Monthly.
month.
household income.
Acha, I forgot to ask a very obvious question. What is the price point that you're selling at?
She is selling at around 280 rupees.
Liter.
Yeah.
So you have a branding or right now it is
She is doing just like that, procuring it, refilling it and selling it.
no label?
Now I am registered it as Sirvi Organics.
Okay, but is there a label on the
Shrestha, she done it on the name of Shrestha.
Okay.
Now you'll shift that to and
I want it in a
components,
more scientific
ingredients,
manner.
and the process is mentioned on that label.
Yes.
That is there, but we are not sure how many people
Yeah.
actually read it, right?
No. I think people who are buying it, because what I feel is the traction they got is in early, people who already consume it or are aware and they are buying it, so probably chances are more that they are reading what is on the label.
But after purchasing or before purchasing?
I think, that's my assumption, because initially it's a very new brand or product in the market, so unless they advertise, people will not know what are the benefits. So whoever is coming is probably they already know why cold press oil is good, and that's why they are buying it.
How
Okay.
one thought I have, if you are explaining, like I'm going back to you making videos,
Content
you
creation.
mentioned it, certification, right?
Certification.
What is validating it? I think the same point. What is validating it? Like a dentist talking about a problem, right?
Right.
Like, okay, dentist has spoken about it, is referring.
Hmm.
So I don't know what kind of certifications goes into it.
We have NPOP certifications.
Yeah, NPOP, that is organic certification.
So I'm organic
Safedex,
certified and this, if
Safedex certification is there.
If that is there, then that certification is for your product or if
It's for the product. Like
is there any
Safedex
profession
traces
which can
supply chain.
say that?
NPOP is an organization which gives that certificate.
Okay, maybe that helps.
It's a third party certificate, so it has a standing in the market.
UK cert is there.
Yeah,
FBK
Because
USDA.
the second point I want to make is
Indian certification.
NPOP is Indian certification.
NPOP is all you need.
No, Safedex is it traces the whole supply chain.
So you know the certifications there. I don't
the
need
second
to
point
write it.
is you have better disposal of customers or ready-made because the moment I decide because the moment it's been 2 years we started doing the coconut oil, we never going back. Wherever I go, like now I know that my wife only cooks with coconut oil. Wherever I go, when I travel, I find anything authentic coconut oil, I buy it for her. Like even olive oil or coconut oil, I buy it for her. So now she has influenced me, and now I'm becoming a customer. So if I have chosen to have gone with cold press oils, I will never go back. That means I'm looking for other. Unfortunately, I don't have that knowledge or there is no certifications available in the market. Okay, this is good or this is bad.
Yeah.
What I did is last time I just googled it randomly and I went to a store. There is a small taker, small place. Sorry. They have their own mill. Like it takes like 2 by 2 square feet,
Right.
and then they were able to give me a small portion. Right, in 5-10 minutes, they were able to press it in between.
She tried that by procuring 2 units. What we found is that we got cheated because of we are not able to get a good seeds. Where groundnut we have multi grades, especially going to the finest which we consider it as a tumkur. which is near Bengaluru, where Tumkur has got sweet and aromatic smell of that into their own coconut, which people like to have it for their more mouth pulling or using it for this cosmetic purpose like hair oil or something.
What is mouth pulling?
They use oil for
Oil pulling.
oil pulling.
Like you'll put oil in the mouth and
For 10
the
seconds,
teeth,
then you goggle it.
Okay.
for oral hygiene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shilpaji, I think I have a point. He is able to he learned it in a he burned his hands and learned it hard way. Right, identifying the right seeds, right source, one source of thing. He should be like focusing on supplying of the right branded seeds rather than doing execution on the ground. That is about.
My understanding, what I was looking at as even marketing aspect or branding aspect, something like using offline, even though it is building a distribution chain offline, it's very painstaking. I know as a nutritional wellness, where I want to try that because anyone who is really working in the market is having a very strong distribution chain. Second, they are having very good trust with the proper quality and consistency of the product. So these are the three areas which I primarily want to work on. And even going with an online, because this is a product which anybody can procure it and sell it with fake credentials. But what I want to do is that have it something to have an repetitive orders, where I want to go with offline channel. That's what I was looking
Can I ask little
Yeah.
of so what is your target? Like how much revenue you want to do in the first year?
at. That I have not worked out actually.
But something you must have thought, no, that if you, because see, the oil market is also very crowded.
Yes.
Even cold press, there are a lot of brands, they sell in e-commerce also, and they do offline. Offline, you also know
Yes.
that the retail guy is selling his own product also,
Yes.
apart from few brands that they keep. So still, like, what is your target? What will make you happy if you do this much?
Initial, I want to focus not on a volume, but I want to be on a profit focused person.
Yeah, yeah.
That is one thing.
Whatever it is, it need
Yeah.
not have to be a
I don't
1,000
want to be a
crore
volume
brand and
based
all. Yeah,
person. Whatever I am selling, at least to have some profit of something healthy margin. And second, these are the metrics which I did, practically I have worked out, where I have been working out till how I can get into the market. First, once I get into the market, how I need to play the game.
You
That
want to
I
have
will
a
not
unit
focus.
economics.
Focus on
Yes.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
Focus is
exactly.
customer research
Yeah.
and consumer awareness.
Yeah.
Yes, these are the two areas which I want to stress it right
We'll
now
keep
in a
this
month or two.
at
Okay.
the topic to discuss. Now we were on who is validating it was the last one, which is again connected to the content
Yeah.
creation that you are going to do. Validation will come through the certification and any of the doctors if they
Yeah,
suggest.
nutritionists,
Right.
doctors. Yeah,
Nutritionists.
and I think what you said, relatives and friends are buying. They can also be a good promoter.
Yeah, that
So
really
word
is
of
it.
mouth,
Yeah, he's getting
referrals. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So nutritionist is one. Okay. Now we identified the target audience that he has right now.
Yeah.
Now how does he understand in depth? What have you guys done in your businesses that help you made understand your consumer to the very core?
Okay, so I did consumer surveys where we physically also interacted with people and asked them what is like the questions that we had, what is making them buy or what is making them switch, will they switch, what kind of oil are they currently consuming, so those, and will they be willing to buy this kind of cold press oil which has these benefits at this price point, how many times do they consume, so all that kind
You
of
did this
questions.
offline.
We did offline. We also did an online survey where we send it to, you send it to friends, ask them to forward further, and then they will fill the form and you'll get the feedback. Also, through your professional network, you can send it via email also for people you don't have numbers. So
Yeah, you can probably do a survey where you worked for, right? You
Yeah.
might have friends of
Yes.
the similar age group that we have identified,
Yeah.
and housewives. Most probably they'll be working professionals, and then
Yeah.
also you can ask them to fill up this.
Yeah, so
So
your existing customers also you can ask, then your friends, and ask them to forward further on WhatsApp the form which you can take feedback.
yeah, we'll put it as online and
Okay.
offline.
Yeah.
But online it will circulate among the
Yeah,
referrals
offline
and
we-
existing customers. Now one thing is, where does he do the offline survey?
So I would say one is community. He also lives in a society, so probably there he can, directly ask people that this is what you're planning to do. You want some uh, questions you have for them and want some feedback. We have also done in front of malls and all, also like hired people and then gave them a form and then asked them to fill.
Ah, yeah, this is a you
Yes.
live in Vijayawada
I live in India.
and you're selling in Vijayawada.
So Vijayawada
Vijayawada
also has
is-
some
yeah,
malls
yeah, we
and
got,
also some of the happening area like High Street will be there.
Yeah.
There you can do not colleges, maybe if there is some big
High footfall areas.
high footfall
High
areas,
footfall
yeah.
areas.
Yeah. Office campus.
Maybe we can target supermarkets where people come for
Yeah,
buying
so
oils.
we have done that also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supermarket. Okay.
So you want
Okay.
to run this based in Vijayawada only, or?
Yeah, I was looking to be based in India.
For starters, I think Vijayawada's, then maybe once you grow and have the money planned.
Sure.
Is that the goal? I'm
Yeah, that's
asking.
not an issue.
Okay. Now he'll understand his market through the consumer survey where identified the channels where can he go, and anything apart from customer survey. How does he understand his market or customer better?
I think he can also study other brands.
Online reviews or
Competition. Yeah.
That gives a good insights.
Yeah. Or talk
How
to.
do you get an online review for a product? Like, why do people buy sunflower? Because it's economical, right?
It's not only economical. The problem is that what I found it when we have been interacting with refined customers in supermarket who are coming to the oil zone, they say that they don't have any option. And second, it is a promotion, especially the Freedom brand. Even you have Gold Drop is there, Sun is there. There are different brands. Vijay is there, but they primarily buy only the Freedom because it is the targeting advertisement is very good.
No, according to me, correct me if I'm wrong. According to me, it's not the promotion. It's a mindset. Once you cross 35, we all of a sudden we start becoming, try to be at least be healthy.
Healthy conscious.
Yes, I should have been hit with some kind of health concept. Then I'll start trying to find good option of oil because oil is the very initiation in the kitchen and all.
Yeah.
So for market research, I'm still skeptical about these many things. I think how for how long you trying to do this?
Since 2 months I was.
Okay. What do you see when we talk in a startup world? What is your how long you can run this race? Kind of thing? As long as it takes 10, 5 years, 10 years, can you do it?
No, I can run as long as it is.
So I think you should because your product because I have to taste your product.
Yes.
Once I take because other day I went to Italy as a restaurant and I tasted the rasam and I spoke with 10 people. People, you cannot compare your product with another product because I mean this is my thought in 2 cents of thought is because they should taste. Every customer has to personally taste your product and then only they can recommend for us. You should go on an organic way because you can burn as much as in marketing, but the more you spend, the more revenue it gets, but that's not going to become a cash flow. So I think you should go very organic.
Yeah.
This is I would do if I was in your place.
Yeah.
I have one point of mind. So you're saying that he has to, the consumer has to taste it
Correct.
or feel it, maybe, right? So that he can give a review, or maybe the word of mouth happens, and and also his product is such that you need more repeat.
Correct.
You'll have loyal customers in his journey, right? So how about if those places that he's visiting to, let's say parks is one place that ma'am had identified, where you'll find similar age group and health conscious people who are ideal for your product.
How would, if I'm going
In the morning, somebody
if
who
I'm
comes
going
to-
in a park, right?
Yeah.
How would he standing there with his stall?
With this?
He's standing there with his stall, or somebody is representing him with his product. How would I know this is a genuine product?
Yeah, so I was coming to that. Now, what he can do is probably have sample size, like a one time or a two time use
I have to
samples.
make the decision then and there. I have to make a decision then and there.
Or-
For adopting, I'm using a sunflower refining oil.
So, awareness and selling, or maybe free samples, will happen then and there. Awareness plus selling.
Right now we are talking
Or free.
about mostly awareness, right? Or
But,
selling also.
so
to
I'm
understand
very
your
famous for-
market in depth,
Right,
you
sorry.
need all of this.
No, because I have
Consumer
seen lot
survey.
of brands like KBR Park will be there. So in Hyderabad, so morning there will be some brands who will put stalls and they will have samplers like he's saying, and some pamphlet, and people will because they will keep vegetables also. There will be vegetable vendors. So people will come walk through and then they will see your stall. They will may be curious what is it, and they'll ask you a few questions.
But the problem with the organic certification, it takes close to 3 years.
Have you
Yeah, but-
started? Has the process started?
Actually, I started in my mango garden, but I couldn't succeed.
I just thought, right? It is like Andhra is very famous for pickles, homemade pickles.
Yeah.
And whoever is making the pickles, if you can maybe two variants of pickle, one with and then one with yours. I mean, if you can sell those samples, give them samples, because I will definitely take a pickle from you, a small 50 grams or whatever
Yeah,
the
I
small.
think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I will take a sample of those food and I'll go test it, and I'll tell if it's really good. If I find a difference, I'll definitely come back to you. Make sure you have that
This
call
will-
for action thing on that.
Okay.
This will have a result in a slight change and an add-on in the product. At least for the sampling,
I'm
which I
spending
guess.
on digital marketing and all that. Spend on food, because I'm eating your food and I'll be very loyal to you at least if I really like your product.
And food is an emotion itself.
Yes,
so-
it's just emotion.
But I think oil, I'm not sure if people,
They can differentiate.
no, they can differentiate, but it is something, see, personally, I use cold press oil, and for me, ease of purchase is what matters.
Yes.
So, I order through Big Basket or Zepto, and whether I cook in normal oil or I cook in cold press oil, result is same. If it is groundnut oil, it will be similar tasting food. In cold press also, it will be similar tasting food. So I think it is on the consumer. Like you said, no education awareness. If I know that I know cold press oil is good, so I will use this only. I think taste significantly,
Varies.
it doesn't.
It will
Light on
be-
stomach.
Yeah, I mean those benefits probably you see, but cooking wise, I don't see there is a significant taste difference between cold press oil and your refined oil.
Okay, so when we have any food that is cooked in oil, and I'm having one in refined and one of yours, will I feel the difference when I taste it at that time, or is it a long time thing where I feel, if I have a lot of it, even then I feel light, or maybe there's a taste difference. So when do I feel the difference in using your oil versus the refined oil?
First thing is when you are using it for frying, cold pressed oil has less absorption.
Less oil
Absorption.
absorption. Okay.
Where if you are using a refined oil, you find a lot of
Correct.
oil stick to that. Second is the taste difference. Whereas the cold pressed oil has a more sweeter taste. then refined.
Now, taste can be subjective.
Okay, that is a subjective aspect.
People to people.
Yeah.
Ambience wise, absorption wise is something different. And if you're differentiating the taste, third, I can tell you about the if you're using a cold pressed oil, we are having light on stomach, and blotting is not
Do you have any
required.
coffee machine?
Yes, you need coffee. I'll order. Wait, don't worry.
So what I found it, because personally I am also using it. It is
You also want coffee?
I want
You-
water.
You want water? Mili, can you call me on my phone?
So Rajesh,
Yeah.
Rajesh, what I want to, so there is one brand
Yeah,
which
just
is,
I want
yeah.
to stop here.
Yeah.
So one difference is I'll feel lighter.
Yes.
And when do I feel light? After immediately having the food, or do I realize it in the long term?
It's not in the long term. Maybe within hours itself you can find it out.
Okay, so there are two quick differentiators. One is that absorption of oil is less. As a result,
Yes.
I feel lighter. Okay,
But
now
tell
this
me
is
how many data points you have for this.
Just I had it as something like an organized type of interview.
So see,
among how many people?
yeah,
It's around 30 to 40, not much.
30 to 40 people, and age category same.
Especially around 20 to 40 range.
People who are a little conscious and realize how they feel after having food.
But I have not taken my
Whereas
wise clients into this concept.
actually you should take them.
You should
and
take them,
everybody-
yeah.
Yeah,
The
people
problem is
who
that
are
they
using
use
it,
biased
3, 4,
type
5,
of.
5.
which is true. So take both, but I think have a bigger data point because
Yeah.
see, probably mostly.
Which is what he said. He wants the research in bulk.
Yeah.
Shilpi, is there any alternative to olive oil where they drop it on those salads and all that? No, right?
There are two grades actually, olives also.
Yeah,
I don't
there
want
is
to go into
pomace
that.
and
I
there
don't- I
is
don't
Not
virgin.
pomace. If you differentiate that, there are two grades,
Hmm.
and each grade can be made into 4 different types. Pomace is the lowest one.
Yeah.
Extra virgin is the biggest,
Yeah.
highest one. And what we call a single press.
Cold, I don't know. Maybe coconut is something they say is good. You can have it cold.
Your point is very valid because now I can sense that. Because once you cook, everything looks same.
Everything the same, yeah.
Identification, because only a moms or wives or women.
Yeah.
I cannot. Eating a mirchi from both different places. I don't think.
So what I feel na Rajesh, for you, like because you are selling cold press oil, which is also become a commodity in the market, I think the process, how you are making it, is what you should communicate to the people and the benefits. Not, okay, those things you can say कि you will feel lighter, all that. But I think the authenticity of you are saying that seeds you are procuring are pure, where you are getting it done is good. So all that you show. And I don't know if you follow, there is a brand called Two Brothers Organic Farm.
Pune.
Pune.
based.
Pune.
Nasik. So Sholapur के पास
Yeah.
शायद. I love the way they have built the brand, and it is those people also initially they were procuring from somebody selling, because I have a friend who lives very close to them. Later they built a story. They bought a farm. They started. Even some of the products they don't do on the farm. They procure it, but the way they are telling the story is everything is done there. So I think that story, that communication, that you are authentic is should be a differentiator.
Sure.
Because immediately no one will feel the benefit. I have been eating cold press oil for last 4 years, but I don't know whether it is actually. I am going with the word or with the science that it is good for me, so I am having it.
Yes.
So I think focus more on if you can show that story, can procuring the purest seeds, the highest quality seeds, that will make a difference.
Just
Moderate in the meeting.
what coffee do you want? Black.
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 Yeah, she can't find
What?
the coffee thing, so I just told her get something.
नहीं वो ऊपर से ले आइए फिर.
I don't know. She was asking for flask, so let's not get into the dynamics.
हाँ. ठीक. Sorry, can you repeat your
Just वही है मेरा one line कि
Brand story,
the
you're saying
brand
the brand
story,
story.
the process, because that is what he is saying. Na seeds are, our seeds are different, no adulteration, the way we make it also pure.
Don't you think building a brand story right now at the stage he is
Hmm.
will be expensive for him?
I don't think so because आजकल with social media, I mean you can use your own phone only. You know, as a raw form, maybe raw form is what attracts people more.
Organic
Yeah.
marketing, you're saying,
Yeah.
right? And organic marketing is a lot of effort, time consumption.
Yeah,
Right.
but I think that is the
I mean, that
time
is the
you need to
ultimate thing
spend.
to go.
Huh.
It's-
End of it,
it's the
what I
more time you
understand is.
spend, the longevity of your startup or will.
Okay.
And
So
from the
let us
beginning
put
only it
that-
is important.
I'm sorry?
From the
From the
beginning
beginning.
only it is
Okay.
important.
So we will put that into the customer awareness part, okay, which is your brand story. Then this has to be the highlight, okay, of whatever he is doing, right? To understand his market and do the research, and just coming back to these points, we have identified all of these points, right? And to research in depth bulk, the latest point that we came up with, the study of maybe two brothers is an example that I've put up with, and also in that the brand story, how they are communicating, that is what you're saying,
Yeah,
they has to
yeah.
look after,
Yeah.
as in keep an eye on it.
मतलब just understand your
Something like
competition.
ambition is there, Tata Sampan is there.
हाँ.
We
See,
have
but
this
Tata
series.
Sampan is a legacy brand. It is a mass
Yeah.
brand, and you can't. The way they market, their position is completely different. You are being a boutique brand, so you are unique. You have to position yourself. What is your story?
Okay.
Otherwise, people will say कि यार टाटा संपन्न तो मुझे 100 रुपए में मिल रहा है, तुम 200 रुपए में क्यों बेच रहे हो? Why should I buy it? So don't compare with that. Look at other premium brands or the brands that you think are similar to what you also want to do.
Do we have any other points on to how does he do in-depth market research other than these? Can you?
I'm an execution guy. I mean, more than planning, I'll just pick couple of ideas and execute it and test them because I don't know how much. My knowledge on this industry is very limited, but I'll pick couple of ideas, whatever we discuss, and go on. Let the rubber meet the road and go on the street and do it, and you'll learn it more. And it takes easily 1-2 years. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know. It takes
Because you have resource,
long term.
the source also like you have very limited, right? How many farmers will be, thank you, how many farmers will be providing you the authentic seeds? How much it can be produced? Because it's hard to believe that even wherever in India, the farms are without pesticides.
They just get.
It's very hard to believe.
Yeah.
You want
Keep it a
anything
good time for
tea,
yourself.
coffee?
Don't rush it though, because the more you rush,
You want anything tea, coffee?
Yeah.
Coffee.
black tea.
Black
tea or coffee.
I think these tools are enough for you to start with.
To start with, no, also we are making a 30 days plan, so we can't.
Otherwise, there is one more thing.
Much more.
People do a small reel or a post on Insta, and you can do learn more and connect it with the form, and then you boost it. So if people are interested, they will click on learn more, and unknown people say also you will get some.
Reel is
feedback.
everywhere. If you can do a reel almost like 15 days a month, it will have a good reach. A reel or your LinkedIn, whatever your target audience. See, for me, my target audience mostly on LinkedIn. It could be target audience if you can touch them every day. Street vendors in Delhi are doing amazing jobs in terms of doing.
Yeah.
Content is everything.
The dolly chai wala.
I know.
Anyone,
See.
right? And see, you have to sell. If you think you have a good product, you have to sell.
Those are the end products. No, his is a product that comes. It's not a. You know, you don't take it any. What they are doing is an end product. Like chai, abhi aap leke pee lo. Maybe the
The way you communicate, see, oil for me is an end product. I'll take it and buy it over the shelf and go home. For me, it's an end product.
Reel, you are saying 15 in a
The
month.
more you do, the better it is.
No,
More
every
than
15 days he was saying.
No.
15 in a month.
15 in a month.
Yeah.
Because
How much time does
it
a
is not
reel take to
boosting
make, including editing and all of that?
Not, I mean, if you have the.
I'll will speak to your capacity on that.
I'm good at it.
You're good at it.
You have 30
How much
customers.
do you how much time would you take to make one reel of, let's say, 30 seconds or whatever?
Even conceptualizing and re-editing it takes around 2 days.
2 days.
First, I would say make it very raw videos.
No, tell me in hours. Tell me in hours time. 1 घंटा
Or if you are my friend, you're using my product, I'll tell you, please record a video for me. Something random you record, right? It takes only 10 minutes. If I see that the quality is good, post it right away. Because for me, it looks very authentic. Like,
Let
you
me
know,
say that customer.
just like sensor and two-step
Bad
shot.
experience.
Customer review feedback.
You already have repeated customers, 30 plus customers you said. Take a small feedback video from them. Post it in your page.
Or even if they're not your customer, ask
No,
someone
exactly.
to give you a feedback.
We are
All these
for-
points will include these two, right? To understand your customer and then in the market research. This goes hand in hand. So,
Yeah,
using-
yeah.
You're good at research.
Hmm.
It goes hand in hand, no? So all of this will cover the second point as well.
Yeah. So
Because-
market research, you meant understanding the customer market
In a
research?
broader way.
Or a market, a size of the market types of research?
Because what I personally believe is that before we are doing whatever the product design or whatever, if I understand customer in a much better way, so that I can customize the product, whether it is size or cost, whatever the design to be done. So these are the things. Because if I don't understand them, no matter how much I push, they don't act.
Actually, they say you should make a customer persona.
Yeah.
So probably, yeah, that you can.
If you are doing, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, please.
If you want to do research for getting your product dynamics in place,
Right. Yes.
then you're going about it very, very wrong. This is to identify your customer for the sell. That
Sell,
means you've
yes.
already created your, so again, when you say that you have two SKUs, these are not two SKUs, these are two products.
Two products. Yeah.
In the products, you will have different SKUs, 100 gram, 200 grams, or 1 liter.
500 or more. Yeah.
Exactly. So you will need to, for that fine tuning, that will happen only before your brand is established. I mean, you've decided on a brand
Right.
logo and so on and so forth, and packaging.
Yes.
All that is one part.
Right.
So this should have come before, so the approach would have
Exactly. I
been.
mean, see, whatever you wrote on the page, this widespread thing, it needs more time than 30 days.
Huh,
actually.
it will take a lot of time.
Consume. I
because-
think if I were you,
So
I
then
would
we
only
go with
take.
secondary data.
I no, not at all.
He's not talking about secondary.
In 30 days, I can only do consumer. If I can focus on consumer education,
Hmm.
that is
That
more than
needs to
because
be
that is
more
your
actually.
that is
No,
your
but
bigger
then-
point, bigger pain point.
Yeah.
That is the only pain point for it. Because
Right.
you have to convince me that your brand of your cold press is authentic compared to other cold presses.
Right.
So consumer education at a minimal costing, you have to focus on
Right.
how best you can educate your customers, how you use your other customers as influencers at a minimal cost.
Yes.
So your pockets are don't burn much. That should be a takeaway for you.
That is for the sell, right?
This
But
is
you
you're
are
saying
right now,
for the
he's
sell.
saying, this is for the sell.
अगर
And
पैसा आ
you're
गया
saying
तो सब कुछ हो जाएगा ना once
Then
you
he might
yeah,
want to use the
sorry.
cell. Before the cell, he needs to know if he wants to, if he has to produce a 500 ml or a 1000 ml.
Yes, I think I don't know what
I,
ideally
so I,
people take
there is
500
a
ml, right?
disconnect here.
No, it's
So it
mostly
is
1 liter.
1 liter.
1 liter is a basic thing which goes.
That they purchase,
Yeah.
ठीक है. Then if you know that
Yeah.
much, then you know you could.
Because
you could have.
How many times do they
From
purchase
generation
it?
we are buying 1 liter oil packet, so that's I believe that's got fixed in our minds.
No, we take the
I
3
take the
liter,
5
5
liter.
liter
Yeah.
fortune we
Family
find
It
Yeah.
depends on the family size.
family
Ah,
size
family
also
size.
depends.
Okay. fair enough.
That goes
And
for
cold
1
press,
each.
generally, if I'm not
Then
wrong,
probably
it gets
have a
rancid
bigger
also
pack.
faster, right?
Yeah.
Starts smelling faster, right? So you will have to take
Yeah,
care of
right.
that. So that dynamic is also
Yes.
there.
Oh, that
So
is
my
air-
immediate
airtight
requirement.
containers. You should use airtight containers for that for the smell.
हाँ लेकिन आपने एक बार ही खोल दिया तो खोल दिया ना.
Okay.
That so that packaging I'm talking about, that should be that 1 liter or
Maybe we can go for a glass like UVGA glass, which
Huh.
is black tinted, or we can go for a
those
heavy.
things. If you want to
plastic or
identify those, then this is not the way. If you want to sell your product, this is the right way.
Yes. So before selling, what I need to understand is what could be the requirements of the market.
Market research पहले भी आती है, बाद में भी
Yeah,
आती है.
of course.
So this is the
To,
that is a
previous.
to
continuous
customize
education
your
activity.
product for your audience.
So Abhi probably in a technical term, he's in the MVP stage. He's still trying to find the product market fit.
See, you will easily figure out, if something doesn't work, you pivot, and that's your market research. When the moment you pivot, that means you learn that something is not working in your market. So it comes.
No, but when he started, he said he wants to create awareness,
Exactly.
and
No.
that's where we started. You
That's
need
where
to
we started.
understand your
Ah.
consumer.
That's what I'm saying. His
Hmm.
your information was a little off.
My information little off. The reason is that before coming here, I interacted with around 40 people, 30 to 40 people range. So based on the 30-40 people, the different problem statement which we got, it is around 5 statements. So that is the reason why we started the discussion from there onwards. So even to go into the broader picture, how can I get with the more people? What could be the strategies?
See, अभी आप packaging छोड़ दो, because what data you have, data set is a very
Yeah.
small data set.
Yes.
You have to grow your data set. You need to, for growing your data set, this is the right thing to do. However, packaging will come a little later once you've identified the right
Yes.
places and the right nuances and understanding of your customers, right? What I would suggest is, पहली चीज तो you have your low-lying fruits and you have your high-lying fruits, right? Your low-lying fruits are what your wife is already doing. Within that, try and get broader your this thing.
Yeah.
So first is known customers. Get hold of those customers who understand the importance of cold press. Those are your lowest hanging fruits.
Right.
You don't need to sell to them, or you don't need to convince them that they need a cold press oil, right? What you need to convince them is your procurement is organic, correct? That is one part of the battle. For the unknown, those who don't understand cold pressed oil and the benefits of that, you have two things to do. You have to convince them on that benefits, and you have to convince them that my sourcing is good. So that's why I'm saying, go to the known people who understand cold press oil.
Okay.
Your broadening of the data set will happen through these people who understand cold press oil.
Okay.
Once that is established and your packaging, your SKUs, everything is in place, then you go into the market.
What is this?
So that's how you will, and then your customer research is perfect over here. How you do your research. Marketing अभी आपका इतना दिमाग नहीं लगना चाहिए, because you will not be able to get into it.
Sorry.
Okay.
This
So,
is
for understanding
black
different organizations have
Yes.
brand stories,
This
good
black
to know, because you will know how they grew
Someone
from
told me
whatever
black
they
tea.
were.
That's coffee.
no, that's for this. This is black tea.
But Mili, personally, I feel कि in terms of building the brand or story, I think वो शुरू से ही थोड़ा सा we should start focusing on it.
He's got 30 customers.
हाँ, but still जैसे ये he
That
himself
is
is
a
saying
small set of.
very small,
Very
but
small.
like he's saying na, because every time he's coming back कि my seeds procurement is very good, other people are adulterated, we are doing wood
Yeah.
pressed. So मुझे लगता है जो भी communication हो रहा है visually या talking wise, those things should be.
अभी वो procurement की बात हो रही है ना,
हाँ.
processing and procurement, that he needs to. That's what I'm saying. Those who understand cold press oil, उनके लिए सिर्फ one thing is important, that how you're procuring it and how you're manufacturing it.
Yeah.
These two things. So आप उसके साथ start करोगे, the story will get built with that
Yeah,
only.
yeah.
Once you do that.
So now coming back to the 30 days plan. We involve both of these points, right? Customer awareness plus the market research that he has to do. Okay, these are the points covered. Now we have to pick out one definite outcome after those 30 days. This is very vague to, I want something in a quantifiable manner, a proper success metric.
Yeah. So, do you have a quantifiable thing that you want? I mean, outcome after 30 days. Let's say you survey 200 people. That's an example. Or maybe you, in coming to consumer awareness, let's say you have uh, brand following on, let's say, Instagram or LinkedIn among 400, 500,000 people.
It's market research. You cannot have a brand following at this point of time.
Okay. So, what is the quantifiable 30 days outcome that he can reach?
Different targeted audience, like something like housewife level. Those are getting the product from the supermarket. Someone getting the data from the internet sources like marketplaces, internet marketplaces. What are the drawbacks which they are facing from the product? What their expectation, because something we can get it that insights. And from the seller, like mill owners, if they want, for example, in future, if they want to stock our product, what is their expectations or something?
So your spectrum is increasing actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I would say 30 days mein you cannot do much because you have to focus on operations, this and all. The
We can
number
have
of
a short
feedbacks you can get,
Yeah.
number of honest feedbacks what you can get from your customers, if that is like video recorded or texted or anything, that should be your customer awareness. You should
Okay.
focus on customer awareness as a feedback. What you get a feedback, number of feedback what you can get. You can get 30, 40, 50,
Yeah.
100. Set a target and publish those.
Okay.
That should, because ultimately I'm only pinning down from this meeting is okay. I had a discussion about customer education because your product, the moment I want to switch from a refined oil to a cold press oil, that means I'm health conscious.
Okay.
Now in the health conscious, in the small window of health conscious, okay, your brand Shrestha, right?
Now it's Srestha, but now we are registering as Sirvi. Srestha is not available.
Okay. In the shortest window of cold press oil, Shrestha is a good. I have tried Shrestha. I am feeling good. I should be able to take it. If you can capture those number of things, that should. Since it's a quantifying, right?
Yeah.
Market research.
If you want to have a proper success metric, right?
Exactly. That
We can't keep it vague and open-ended.
nothing can beat a customer feedback.
Ah, true,
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is quantifiable. I got 30
Correct.
feedbacks this month.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
50
Correct.
feedback.
So,
yeah, I think each of the tools you can pick what, like we suggested so many things. No,
Yes.
उसमें से you pick two or
you
three
pick two.
or three, and you
three.
say in this I will get 100 or 400 feedbacks. In this. So that is your outcome.
Sure.
So, can we say 100 feedbacks is possible in 30 days?
You should say.
Actually, 100 is very less.
No, because
Because this is the
already you
starting
have
of
been in
it.
the market and you know
And he'll have
the
other
reality.
stuff to do
Yeah.
as well. So, I'm just
Because
keeping
now
it
I'm
like
going to be
that.
in the full time, that's not a problem because every day we can interact around 10 to 15 people. per
Your
day.
first 100 will
That's
take
what
10
my-
20 days, but that 100 becoming 1000 doesn't take much time. This is
Yeah.
my experience.
Initially
हाँ,
going to
हाँ.
take, yeah.
मतलब target थोड़ा सा we should increase a bit, and
I'm keeping in mind the other things,
Okay.
other
Okay.
operations that he has.
100
Oh,
will be
also
ideal
has.
number actually.
See, 500 को target करोगे तो आपको 100 मिलेगा.
Correct.
So 500 customers को you give your product or give a sample or whatever you call it,
Yeah.
and get 100 feedback is what the quantifiable thing should be. 500 is
500
the
what
broader.
you're saying?
हाँ.
Target
Because,
is
see,
500.
the challenge
You
is
reach
You reach out to
the
500.
challenge is because
Reaching out to
ये
500.
immediately answer नहीं मिलेगा ना.
yeah.
Because
Ah.
I'll
They will
be,
have to try it and then give
I'll be
the answer.
hesitant because I don't even give a feedback to a bus operator. Actually. Every time they'll call me.
I only give negative feedback.
That is
So, bus
true.
operator-
All of us, like
Whenever I travel, like Hyderabad to Bangalore,
Acha, okay.
Alright. So they'll be keep on calling me sir feedback because that also may happen. You send them and actually
What about when you walk out of the bus and they just ask you quick couple of questions or three
two
questions?
things I experienced, right? After bus is sometime like jumping. So they call me and say, sir, feedback. Other day I went to one of those restaurants, Pista House. I think. While I'm about to pay the bill, this lady came and said, can you open your phone and give me a feedback?
mm,
I felt bit, but I thought for her, she is like reaching out to me. I was like, okay, chalo, karte hain." Food was nice. So what is wrong in saying that?
Yeah.
Okay, reaching out to 500 for feedback. Now we can't say feedback because he has not sold to 500.
Selling me. He'll have to
You have to give samples.
Samples.
There is no other option.
Samples of quantity. Any guess? You
100 ml.
you are the better.
100
Yeah, he'll be able to. 100 ml should be enough.
Yeah.
100 ml.
I mean,
You
it will
can do it
not-
twice
you
or
don't need to
thrice
fry
in
it,
that
you just need to
quantity.
cook
Yeah.
vegetables in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
What I can cook in 100 ml?
No,
100
you know,
ml, one
oil,
curry you can
oil
cook.
is a lot. Oil is a lot. 100
100
ml
ml
oil.
oil में you can
You
make
can put
5,
the-
6 times
Okay.
curries.
This is ज़्यादा है, okay.
Half of it,
Because
yeah.
wood press is more denser than a regular.
Yeah,
Right.
agreed.
Two eggs
So
almost.
we say
Two butter eggs.
500 samples he has to give out.
Do you think oil samples, will it work with oil samples or the end finished product with oil? I mean, if somebody gives me oil
नहीं,
sample,
I
वो
think
finished
oil
product
sample.
they will not know if you've done it in
They,
your own
they'll
oil or
end up
not.
they might end up judging the
And they will remember the
pickle,
pickle. They will
yeah,
not
the
remember
oil.
oil.
and 100 feedbacks. And next is anything else we
In
I
feedback, either it could be a video, could be a written text,
and
or a.
don't
I
forget
don't
to take their contact details when you're giving a sample.
Sure.
Can we target for 10 video feedbacks, or
Yeah, we should.
can we target 10 video feedbacks here?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
100 में से 10 आप बोल रहे हो
Is-
10%.
Because he has some loyal customers also.
We should get.
10 की जगह 20 कर दो ना
हाँ.
because 30 already loyal customers हैं ना.
Yeah.
Family and friends है ना, they will give
Yeah.
10 video
20.
But
feedbacks.
This feedback should be religiously done. Otherwise, you will be lost a lot of samples.
No, we need to have a constructive.
Seriously, every day you have to follow with them.
Okay, and
And see to it that आप कर रहे हो जो that place they should be recurring people. Not for your product, but that place where you're targeting them, they should be recurring because I am
Malls
sure वो
करेंगे
एक
तो-
बारी phone call में नहीं बोलेंगे कि I'll give you the
That's a
feedback.
very good point actually. KBR part आपने बोला ना, some part, right? They should be able to see you on every Monday or Tuesday.
हाँ.
Because I should be able to identify. I should sometimes I should feel guilty.
Brand recollecting.
I could be able to recollect you, see that you were there.
so malls will not work here.
Malls is
है ना?
too it's too
Expensive.
huge.
Yeah.
It's too huge.
No,
Also.
no.
But supermarket will work. He was saying.
Supermarket does have.
Take a local supermarket जहाँ पे
Yeah.
you have more food.
In the 100 feedbacks, we are going for samples.
500 samples.
500 samples. We are going to regular visit
Places.
places, right? ठीक है. Anything else that we want to add on here?
So remaining 80 feedbacks will be in what
I
form?
think it's
Maybe a
for
form.
me it's too much actually. 100 this 3 short like 1, 2, 3.
This
4.
is fine.
That should be enough.
This is-
For one
Ah,
month.
yeah, yeah.
What will this get them is basically an understanding of
How to go
This-
about for the next.
These two
कि what are
points.
their pain वो हाँ.
Ah.
Second and third. This is what it will get him. Correct?
Yeah, so I think
Right.
thoda sa we should also like, shall we ask the customer or that did you like find any difference between your regular oil and this oil? उस तरह के some questions like which we are assuming कि भाई cold press is very good because of these reasons.
What I will do is that I will prepare one type set of questionnaire,
Hmm.
maybe around 20 points or 25.
20 is too much.
20
no
is too
one will
much.
answer.
Yeah.
5
Ah.
and 5 should not be a direct question. Did you like my product? Is a very very direct question.
Yeah, and your family will be biased on that.
Hmm.
So now these are the outcomes. We should probably have done this sooner.
One of the
rather
questions should be on a price
in the
point
discussion.
also.
Okay.
Now,
See,
what do you do
since
on a
we
price
discussed
point?
all this, that's how we were able to narrow down to these pointers, right?
Nee, this is good. This will help him in the long run.
Yeah.
Okay. Now these are the 30 days outcomes. Now we have to break it down into 4 milestones that we'll cover in a weekly basis.
Very too much.
No, let's say I'll give you an example.
Let's
I'll
give
give
a
you an
try. What's
example.
wrong in that?
I'll give you an
Let's
example.
give a try.
I'll give you an example. Let's say in the first week, he will identify these places. Okay, make a form, send it to me or in the WhatsApp group if you're making one, and get it approved by us, and then start circulating. That is like a first week milestone, right? Doable?
Why not? If he's doing it, why
That
not?
actually identifying the places he can do in less time also. I think.
That's why I put on the form and other things.
Okay. I'm thinking day one, so only he should start
No, of
reaching
course, he'll
out
start from day one,
Yeah.
but
for feedback.
no, but he has to get the
Yeah,
questions also
questions.
right? So I and myself and she'll have to check on the if the
Yeah.
questions are right or not. 5 questions, we are only asking 5 questions. Now those 5 questions have to answer all of this that we have discussed. Correct?
This is my 2 cents on this because I think we cannot tell any farmer to do a stepwise thing because everybody has their own style on of executions actually. So,
See, the reason why I want to break it down into
no, I agree. I agree to your point. But okay, we'll have an every week follow up. Okay, so that he will ultimately this all of means that he will win.
Yeah, he
Right. So there should be some eagerness, like if you are breaking it down for or whatever, some eagerness from him said, okay, you gave me a month's target, let me break it into 4 weeks. Then he should be coming because when I'm drafting my own 4 weeks plan, I draft what I'm doing, what I can do in my capacity.
So why don't do you want to do this right now? So right now on his point, he's saying you should make those 4 weekly milestones based on your capacity, your
Exactly.
resources, your
That means I'm
expenses.
committed to
Because-
give to you, right?
yeah.
So,
Now, do you want to do this right now in real time, or do you want to think about it? Take probably. I would not allow you to take more than 24 hours of
you
time.
should go
for
back and
this.
think on the whole thing, and you should able to process it and give a okay this.
Yeah, because he has to think it
This
through.
is
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
right.
If he comes out with this 4 weeks plan, right, then he would be mind mapped it
Yeah.
how to execute it.
You're right.
So what
how do you
I-
want to do this?
Just to summarize it, what I want to do it is that there are two aspects. One is catching up in unknown market, and another is catching up with a known market.
We are not saying unknown market because you have identified your customer persona.
Yeah.
So it's not an
No,
it's an
no,
untapped
no,
market.
People
It's
who
an
understand cold press and who don't understand. That is the known and
Yes.
unknown.
Nice, I mean, see, behind the scenes, known unknown, we don't care. What we has agreed upon is, okay, you will get 100 feedbacks, उसमें से 20 video feedback होगा. So that is what the final.
Yeah.
You decide how do you break one. Okay, week 1 में मैं एक ही करूँगा video, week 2 में I'll map.
Because we need to give the samples also.
And you
For
have
that we need to have
again
model,
the
product which should be available.
packaging.
You now you tell me if you need 1 month or 2 months for that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, packaging is also there. No?
Packaging,
The
I think it comes in the
100
pack.
ml packs.
Because if you order it, they may take around 4 days to 1 week. It takes 1 week to get
Bottlon ka, the bottles and your logos, that should be the least of the botheration. You can put a sticker. आप 100 ml दे रहे हो.
What is the
Don't get into bottles and logo sticker.
हाँ,
That's
bottle
it.
is-
You don't have to get into the dynamics of उसकी
Yeah.
कि
packaging
उसको
करवाऊंगा,
हाँ
branding
अच्छा पैकेज
करवाऊंगा.
करूँ
हाँ,
मैं
वो सब
प्रीमियम
नहीं।
कर दूँ
Because
that
if
is
you
not
go into
हाँ.
अच्छा packaging, then you
जैसे
have
अभी
to.
बेच रहे हो same thing just a smaller size.
आप
Otherwise, shall we do a blind test like thing where we can give it 100 ml to
see
them? and-
you also have get a pouch right जो pouch होता है there are some pouch like things on which you can just stick a logo as she said sticker
You don't need to go with MOQ also. 10, 20, 40, you can get 100 ml are like very standard.
MOQ
And blind
is
tasting will not work, Rajesh, in this.
Hmm.
You
You
go
have
with
You have to take the complete details of the customer, whatever possible. LinkedIn का like करो, Instagram
No,
का like
blind
करो.
testing he is saying कि
Without logo and all.
without logo
नहीं
and all
नहीं
नहीं
नहीं नहीं वो तो डालना पड़ेगा लोगो
हाँ,
वगैरह तो
मतलब
डालेंगे
ऐसा कोई
Otherwise,
taste
they
वाला
won't be able to
product
tell you the
नहीं।
difference between what they are consuming and what we are giving to them.
I'm sorry
Ah, he's saying that without a branding, how can they identify?
हाँ
Stickers are.
Obviously.
If I give a print of a sticker in 10 minutes, this
10 minutes they-
हाँ
they'll-
स्टिकर तो आ जाएगा वो इतना टाइम कोई ना है
I mean, now
मतलब
things
इतना
have
time
changed. In every printing shop, they have even at home you can print a A4 sheet coming with
here you
Yeah.
want it now I can give it to you in
हाँ,
half
A4
an
sheet
hour
coming with a sticker paper. So
And bottle based on wholesale market में you'll go, you'll get those glass bottles or plastic whatever you want
that
to do.
has to be
विजयवाड़ा
transfer
specific.
वगैरह सब
Vijayawada is a
नहीं
distribution.
विजयवाड़ा में होगा
हाँ भाई वो विजयवाड़ा में जाके करो, you don't take it from here.
हाँ
yeah
Vijayawada is a distribution.
yeah और doing that वो small jars आते हैं ना cupcake वाले jars if you are not able to get इस तरह का
वो
कुछ
honey and
हाँ
वो cupcakes
या उसमें कर लो
cupcake jars होता है ना ready to eat
Jarly
glass
type के
वाला
jar
jar होता है
हाँ, और honey
But those
उसमें
are-
कर लो oily से वाले
हाँ, those are loose
हाँ
yeah so our next step मतलब Rajesh your next step is to give us milestones 4 milestones based on these targets okay that is the ultimate goal you can take a picture of this
Yeah, already
keep it
written.
with you just have a
You take a
like,
picture.
I'll
put it
take
in the
anyways
group, yeah.
yeah. Are you all comfortable with me creating a group of 4-5 of us and just having a regular check on the state of office work and if any help he needs from our side in all of these areas that we have mentioned? Are you all comfortable with that?
Comfortable. See. First of all, I really appreciate Mayank for doing this. If something would have been there when I finished my
I know.
test, this is like we being a co-founders of him discussing on like across the
Yeah.
table, right? This I would
I
love
also
to
liked it actually it's a good exercise
good exercise. Then see now it comes to the founder who is like able to give it back.
Yeah.
So, because we came ourselves and we have spent so much 2 hours of our life on this. So you should also show the
Yeah.
Now you need to
Thank
get
you,
feedback
thank
of this.
you. Yeah, I'll do that. This is,
No, I
how
also
much I can
agree.
say.
thank
This
you
is really
for
good.
It's
both
very
of you
good.
coming here, taking time, and especially ma'am, she just came on 1 day's notice. Really appreciate that. And
Every
that is-
founder love to help others who is like because I felt
Yeah, so
all
it is.
founders.
It is actually a difficult thing for me to identify people who want to give back to the founders community, and there is a lack of such people. I understand because they have very grown businesses and they do not have much time to take out from their life. But if you guys have people similar to you guys, who love giving back to the founders, early stage founders, please give me the names, contacts, just tell those people about me and I'll connect on LinkedIn or
Sure.
WhatsApp.
I'll do that.
And as a last step of today, you please write down that you have to, how much time will you take to get back on these 4 milestones?
By tomorrow evening. Another day.
Tomorrow evening, I'll give you time till 5.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, so tomorrow 5 o'clock we'll be on his head for these milestones. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will create a group. So with this we are on to the end of it. What was my last step? It was wrap up and commit. He has committed. Just to sum it up, the problem statement was customer education, for which these 3 were the key steps that he has to take. Under this, we came on to consumer survey, doing it offline, online, and then there's a secondary market research as well, which is competitive brand study. We have one example, very specific, and a second very fun and entertaining example, which he'll also love to scroll it up.
Now consumer awareness. There was one idea of pickle samples, but we are eliminating this out because it will take much time and then people won't actually feel the product here. Okay, brand story. This is a very huge thing to do right now. This some of it will be covered in these 20 video feedbacks. Okay, and in brand story, one core element that he is very strong on is the procurement of the seeds and the process. The brand story, I believe, will come in later after this 30 days. Probably, if no, then you guys can correct me.
No, no, that is right.
Right? Weekly milestones, Rajesh will give us by tomorrow, 5 o'clock. These were the solutions proposed to these, aligned with these outcomes, which was explain benefits in 30 seconds, which will come under the content creation part. Certification part, we cannot help him out much because, as he said, it takes 3 years of time. But I hope that you started soon.
That I'm going to.
I think
Okay.
on that context, as you said, some wellness trainers or somebody who's certified can able to, if they can test your product and say this is being good and I have tested it. Some who is already in an influencer mode, right? Influencer mode is they are on a wellness thing and they're doing their own like yoga trainers.
And yeah, YouTube also has come up with some tiger certification or something, no, that you can explore.
No, if see
He
now,
is a celebrity nutritionist. He has his own marketplace also, and now they are only boarding brands who pass their criteria. So they are coming up with some. They have some certification. I'll share it.
and I
with
can
Mayank.
help you with this. My wife is a yoga trainer.
Okay.
Okay, she does videos of healthy food and all that. Let her try. She can. She has some followers. Like I don't know. how
So
much
use
number.
first person to send a sample is
So
Sure.
if that helps you, but she's in Hyderabad and Bangalore. Then we travel between Hyderabad and Bangalore. I don't know how that helps in Vijayawada, but
courier 100 ml, 200 ml.
Maybe she'll have following in which.
Or maybe sell it.
I don't know.
Sell it to her.
Anybody who has like is trying to
Sell.
gain because she's trying to gain traction through her videos and all that. I think she.
I can buy. I buy anyways
Ah.
every month.
So
No, let's.
So you got 2 customers right now. One is there, one is
I'll buy two. So
and take videos from both of them. So 20 ka 18 now you'll have to figure out. Yeah. Now on the content production part, there was one point of who is validating it, which we just now discussed of influencers and
correct. Yes,
trainers
influencers
as-
should be good actually.
and to the if we are not focusing on who is validating it, then we talk about the benefits within 30 seconds and make them feel guilty about it. That's a customer awareness part. And nutritionist is also one person who will validate it in the longer run we are talking about. Okay. Customers that you are selling to right now is housewives, relatives, and their husbands within the income bracket of 50K to 1 lakh. Correct? Now your steps are, I hope you have written it down, these 3 steps, and you have to find out people, regular visit places by okay? Anything else that you guys want to discuss or maybe say or have a question, query, anything?
I think we have dumped too much of information on it. If you can just focus on, I would focus on only consumer education, then what is outcomes for that. Maybe if I have to do a snippet of what is the outcome of this, consumer education, and what is the 30 days, what is the plan of action.
Done. Right. Alright, so
But
this
this
we are
approach-
to the end of it.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank
very
you,
much.
Shravan sir. Thank you, Shilpi
Yeah.
ji. Thanks Rajesh and thank you
Thank you
Mili ji.
everyone.